Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another build video. Today it's not going to be a super crazy scaping video, but I've got two empty tanks behind me and I thought we may as well just go ahead and fill them. So let's go ahead and swing around and have a get at what we got going on. These ones here are the two tanks that I want to be filling today. I went out and got a new little air pump, I suppose it is, yeah, and then we've got these little sponge filters inside this one, and this one here has already got a pre-built filter in it with a light as well. I don't know if we're going to be filling this one today, but we're definitely going to be getting this one and probably putting some stuff in here, but I don't know if we're going to put water and everything in it yet, but we'll see how we go with that one. But yeah, definitely get this one going because I love this stuff. Like, we've got the aqua soil, we've got the rocks, we've got the things, we've got plants that we can steal from these two tanks just here, so I thought we may as well just go ahead and do it. Right, so what I was thinking of doing is just chucking in some aqua soil in this one, not covering with the sand beds or anything like that, just purely just straight aqua soil in this one. So we've got the fluval stratum just here. Now we'll probably use a fair bit of this to have a nice bedding in the bottom. That was probably a lot, but let's see how we go from there. Alright, that looks pretty good. We might end up using a little bit more. Alright, there we go. Then we can get this nice actual, like a bit of a slope going on here too. So that will look much better for depth and everything like that as well. So yeah, what I was thinking is maybe we get in these few little rocks in and around here, and I might put the air filter up behind on this side, so if we sit him up in there as well, just so I can know where it's being placed, and then I can kind of work around it. There we go. Do we have any other little these couple little ones? Ooh, there's a couple of good ones. That kind of makes like a nice little island here, because I want to put, I was thinking about maybe putting in a Java fern. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. So that's it on the front side is there. It's just like a few rocks in there, nothing too crazy. I don't want to put any wood inside this one, mainly because I don't have the right pieces, but I think it's going to look pretty cool the way it is set up, like these three in this like lower left hand side to half block out like that as well, and then we've got this big tall one. I'm going to pour in some more of this soil like in the background there, just to kind of raise this area just in up here a little bit higher, and then we're going to go ahead and use this. We've got some, what do we got here? Some of the what is it called, hair grass. I'm going to use some of that in this. I've only got one pot at the moment, but we're going to go ahead and put in some more when I can get some, so that our shop only had one at the time. And then we'll go ahead and pinch some stems from here, some stems from here. There is some cool, like there's a really good boost in there, and I want to take out some of this Java fern as well, because this is going absolutely insane. So yeah, we'll go ahead and chuck those in now and see how we go. So the hair grass is all in. We're definitely going to need a lot more tubs. I'm thinking like at least another 3, and then we could pretty much carpet this and it'll look pretty good as is, and then once it eventually all carpets in, it'll look fantastic. We might even try and find some Monte Carlo or something like that if I can. We've got a couple of really cool plants in here. Like this boost is just basically getting hidden. We've got a ton of these Java ferns. There's a really good Anubias around the back, and then a petite in there that I want to try and get out as well. And then we're going to try and clear out a lot of this stuff here and kind of replenish this, because a lot of the stems in the background have just died out, or there's only like 1 or 2 that are actually really coming along nicely. So we might try and replenish those and get all this sorted as well while we're here. So let's see what we can find out, and I'll bring you guys back when we can dig it all out. Alrighty guys, I've gone ahead and tried to rinse these off the best that I could. We've got some stems that I'm just going to go ahead, there's a plant weight on them, so I'm just going to go ahead and plop them just down this way. They'll be pretty much fine to chill out there. We'll see how they go when they actually want to stand up and everything like that. But we do have this nice big bit of Java fern that I was telling you guys about, so we're going to go ahead and hide the roots down that way and just tuck it in here. We might pluck off this one leaf. I tried my absolute best to get rid of all the duckweed that I could, but obviously you're never going to get rid of it all, so there's no point even trying. Alright, now next up we have this really nice bit of boost that I was telling you guys about. We might even get rid of that Java fern, to be honest. But I have this really good bit of boost, and it's a really nice bit of Anubias that I've grown since I've had that tank. Like, this thing came as a little speck, probably the size of my thumbnail. So it's really cool to actually see it grow this big. Alright, so that's what we ended up with. We ended up going with the Anubias in there. It's got a nice kind of curve to it. It goes in with the Java fern. We've got some stems planted up in the back corner here. We're going to fill out this, as I said before, and we got another plate of stems in the background there that are on plant weights, so we can just take it out if we needed to or anything like that. So yeah, I guess go ahead and fill this thing up, and we can try and figure out how to use an air pump, because I've never used one before, so this should be fun. It's really as easy as that. I'll show you guys real quick if you guys have never done this, because it was really confusing for me, but it's easy as. Yeah, a sponge filter at the back there. The airline chute goes in, out, and around. Mine just tucks up in between, out the back. Connected here to a two-way outlet, just because I wanted, you know, two different ways that I could do this, and have another one connected to it as well. That just comes up in here into a check valve, make sure no water actually floods back in, but because it's higher than what the actual tank is, you shouldn't need this, but I just figured I'd put on there for safety anyways. And then this is the boxes up here. This one here is the AP 250R. I'm talking and it is a little bit higher. This is on low, that's on high, which I think is probably too much for the tank with the agitation and everything like that. So plus it's a little bit noisier. So I'm going to leave it on low. It seems to do the trick. I think that's going to be more than enough surface tension, all the rest of it for what we need anyways. And it is actually sucking everything back up through the bottom of the sponge. I was a bit curious how it all worked anyways, but I think this is looking really cool as it is. So I'm going to let this guy just clear up, do all this thing for the next few days. I might be able to get some more hair grass in between the meantime. But yeah, I'll put this right next to, this is the mic right next to it. I mean, I can barely hear it over top of my fan that's currently running, so yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I'm going to let this just go, clear up a little bit, and yeah, I'll see you guys back here in a couple of days and see how it's all looking. So something's happened with my recording process, and for some reason my mic didn't get recorded during this. So this is the tank currently. It has been probably 2.5 weeks since I originally set it up. We've got the dwarf hair grass there creeping all in the front there, starting to carpet, which is looking amazing. I think eventually it's going to come in really nicely all throughout there. We've got obviously some green algae on the side of the tank, which is perfect for the shrimp. They're going to love grazing on all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. We might eventually clear the front side of the panel just so we can see into the tank nicely. And yeah, checking down in the bucket just down here, we have some shrimp. They are some blue cherries. I bought about 10 of them. I did buy 10 of them, and I got about 13. So the guy was pretty good. He just threw in a couple of extras just in case something happened, and he said they just went into his net. So yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, some of a decent size. I reckon about 3 of them are sizable enough to have babies, but whether or not they're male or female, I have absolutely no idea. So we're just going to roll with what's in the tub for now. And I have gone ahead and drip acclimated all that. It took me about like an hour and a bit or so. Just slowly dripped it into there. I didn't have a nozzle, so I just used this pair of scissors to pinch the hose and make it drip out. And yeah, just doubled the volume of what water was already in there. So they're super happy, super nice and chill. So I guess let's get them into a nice little cup here and pour them into the tank. Alrighty, so here we go. And there we go, in they go. Ah, nice. Check them out, they look so awesome. I love that. I don't know why I'm so happy about pouring shrimp into a tank, but it just makes, you know, it's not really a fish tank without having tanks, without having fish or shrimp or anything, you know what I mean? Like, it just makes the so much more lifelike and just something interesting to have a look inside the tank. So let's have a quick look at these guys here. I'm going to play some clips over and everything right now and let you guys enjoy them as much as I am, and I'll see you back in just a second. yeah, so this is a new tank here, so I'm going to go ahead and added some API quick starter there. It's just basically beneficial bacteria inside of a bottle, so to just go ahead and read the back of it, put in as much as you need, and every time you do a water change, chop it in. I am going to be testing the water parameters daily as well, so if I do need to do water changes, I'll just add some back in there. I think for this size tank it'll be about 5 mils, so I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. Again, sorry about all the audio messing up and everything with recording. I'll make sure I do a better job next time. So yeah, I think with that there in there, this video is pretty much wrapped up. So if you guys have enjoyed this one, don't forget that like button and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Later.